Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your monthly reading for October. I hope everybody is doing well. I am going to take a quick second to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Cancer sign out there. So guys, take what resonates for you, leave the rest for someone else. Cancer, we're going to start with your current energy, and then we're going to look at October week by week, all the way up to the end of October. So make sure that you are not forcing yourself into a reading that's not for you, or even a portion of a reading. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Cancer? What would you like Cancer to know? All right, Cancer, you are starting out with the Eight of Wands reversed, and it is crossed by the world. Oof. You're blocking someone or something here. I feel like there's a blockage. I feel like there's a transformation that's going on, and you're closing out a cycle here. There's definitely a closing out of a cycle. So let me see. And I feel like it's a pretty major thing for you. Show me the past for Cancer. Something that was stagnating is transforming now. Two of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, this is your decision, and it took you a long time to make this decision, Cancer, but I feel like you've made the decision. You just didn't know which direction to go, and you were kind of trying to protect yourself, particularly protecting your heart, and now you've made this decision. Some of you have blocked somebody. Others of you, you're just not talking to them, and there's a spiritual block here. Show me why all this is happening for Cancer. Show me why all this is happening. The Six of Pentacles, because you're finding your balance here. And for some of you, it's because you're generous. You're over generous. Some of you could have been dealing with somebody that was breadcrumbing you and giving attention to someone else. Whatever this is, though, you're closing it out. You're like, no, I'm gonna find my balance here. Let me see what's on Cancer's mind. Seven of Wands. You're defensive. You're willing to fight for this. Yeah. You're willing to fight for this. You feel like you want to de-escalate it, but you'll fight if you need to. I feel like you're in this energy where you're kind of up against the wall, like up against the ropes here. I feel like you've got a lot of people coming at you. But there's also somebody here who is a very wise advisor, so be aware of that. Let me see October for Cancer. The Eight of Swords, feeling trapped in your thoughts, not quite knowing what to do about something here. Something to do with another decision. So I see the decision to create balance, but you don't know how this is going to turn out. So you're really worried. You're really thinking about it. Let me see how Cancer is showing up in this reading. Yeah, you're feeling trapped in something here at the beginning of October. You're showing up as the Sun in reverse. Some of you guys, you may feel like there's something you don't know, something that's being hidden from you. I do feel like you're rather unhappy about whatever this is. There's an unhappy energy. The energy coming towards you is the Death card. You could have a Scorpio coming towards you, but this is somebody that there's been an ending. So either they've had an ending and they're coming towards you, or there's been an ending between the two of you. Show me Spirit's advice. Show me Spirit's advice. Temperance in the reverse. Yeah, Spirit is saying that there's something here you need to balance out and heal from. Show me the outcome at the end of October for Cancer. Show me the outcome at the end of October. Yeah, there's something you need to heal from that is very unbalanced right now you're dealing with. Yeah, the Empress in the reverse. So this is the energy of someone who is not nurturing or giving to a situation, but it's also an energy of feeling a sense of lack, feeling unloved even, needing to look at your value and, you know, your self-worth as well. So we'll clarify it. it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not recognizing your value and self-worth. You could just be deciding that a situation is never going to grow. It's never going to, you know, become more, and you're deciding not to nurture it. So we'll clarify that. Bottom of the deck, though, is the Ace of Wands. Wow. That's underlying energy, and that has to do with a passionate new beginning. It could also be highly sexually charged energy, too. So let's clarify this reading. You've got a lot going on here, Cancer. All right, why is the Eight of Wands in reverse for Cancer? Page of Cups. So is there somebody new coming into your energy? That could also be an apology. Let's see, why is the World in reverse? Or it's in the upright. Why is the World here? Five of Cups. So what's closing out? What's closing out is this feeling of being depressed, this feeling of, you know, regret, looking at the past, possibly, like I said, third-party energy with somebody, wondering if somebody ever even loved you. So it could be closing out because of an apology, or it could be closing out because you found somebody new. I don't feel like you were looking for this person. You were definitely looking at the past. You were focusing on that. And then I feel like somebody new has popped up, or this, maybe somebody from the past. We'll see. All right. There was confusion in the past. You were trying to figure out what road to take, what option to take. And there was a lot of indecision. You finally made a decision, but that decision was to block someone or to no longer talk to somebody. So let's see why the Six of Pentacles is here. The Hierophant. Taurus energy. You could have gotten advice from, this could be advice. Could even be counseling that's bringing balance back in. Or you could have been in a connection with somebody and that person was giving to more than one person. Why is the Seven of Wands here for Cancer? The Wheel of Fortune reversed. You feel like something's not over. You feel like things are not moving in your favor right now, that you're just having to fight every damn day. Like every day there's a new challenge. There's something else that you're having to deal with. And when is this going to turn? When is this going to move in your favor? So that explains to me why you have this Five of Cups here. You could be battling a little bit of depression. There's definitely some sadness here. I see that for sure. But things are changing. That cycle is closing out, which is what you want. You just want things to finally move in your favor. You want to stop being so guarded all the time. Let me see, October. You could have, you may be having a very balanced connection coming in. And if so, I do feel like it's most likely with a new person, but we'll see. Show me October for Cancer. Show me October for Cancer. See the Ace of Cups there. All right, so we have the Ten of Coins. We have the Four of Swords reversed. King of Wands. Page of Pentacles reversed. Knight of Wands. Page of Swords. The Fool in reverse. Ace of Cups. Queen of Wands. And the Two of Pentacles. There's the balance that's coming in. All right, so I feel like you go into the month of October, and whatever this is that either you're blocking or you're feeling blocked, whatever this is, you're all up in your head about it. You're almost obsessing about it. You're trapped in your own thoughts here. It might be about money. It could be about family. Or it could be about communication with somebody. Whichever it is, I do feel that you're kind of up in your head. You're definitely up in your head. And it could be all of these things. You could be kind of going over all of these things in your head about what kind of action do you need to take? How do you need to bring in your own stability? You know, are family members being loyal to me? Are close friends being loyal to me? There's definitely a desire for you to talk to somebody that you haven't been talking to. I mean, it's like there's a whole jumble of thoughts going on in your head at the beginning of October, Cancer. It's just like you're just like moving from one thought to the next. It feels very chaotic. I do see that your money looks pretty stable at the beginning of October. I see that you're still healing from something in that first week, and I feel like you're taking some sort of positive action. Some of you may be business owners with this King of Wands. You're definitely in a very charismatic energy, I will say that. And I do feel like for some of you, you may be meeting somebody in the first week of October who you initially are like, nah, they're a player. It's like you would, because they're extremely charismatic, they're smooth, they're very smooth. And so you might be saying to yourself, nah, you know, they're a player. I don't want to deal with a player. And it's because you're afraid to take any kind of a risk with them. But I do feel like you're going to go back and kind of examine them, you know, or look them up or do some checking up on them. You're meeting somebody, though. Yeah, I do see that. And they're going to be very charismatic. I see and that'll be in the first week of October. It also looks like they are very close to family and friends, and they also are doing well financially. I do see you're working very hard in the first week. I see you're still healing. There is going to be communication here, possibly, or a desire for communication with somebody that you once had a passionate connection with. Yeah, somebody's coming in wanting sex. I feel like you're turning them down. In the second week, I do feel like there is somebody new in your energy, a couple of people actually. So if you're single, I see a couple of people. One person you are interested in, the other person, I feel like you're turning them down because you feel like they don't have very much to offer you. You see, you're in this glow up energy. You're in this energy where everybody is coming towards you. They're feeling attracted to you. They like being in your presence. They like being in your energy. You're starting out October in that energy. You're ending October in that energy. You're really pretty well balanced, which is what you're trying to do here. But you also have a player that's coming into your energy. This will be around the middle of the month, or you know, the second part of the month. So a lot of you could be like doing some kind of internet dating, or you could be just going out with friends. But I'm seeing around the second to the middle of the month, there's a lot of new people in your energy. Yeah, I definitely feel like that. I do feel like a lot of you, though, in that first week are going to meet somebody that you're going to kind of circle back to. Because you feel this person's a player. So I feel like there's just a lot of people in your energy. I don't know if you're out socializing or what. By the middle of the month, I do see that you're kind of looking in on somebody. You're kind of checking up on somebody who you may feel is a player. It could be this King of Wands you met previously, to see if this person is involved with anyone else. Yeah, so I see a little bit of low-key spying. There could be some communication as well. In the third week, I feel like somebody is wanting to have a new beginning with you. And I'm going to tell you, Cancer, this person they're a match to you. This person is a match, and this is a passionate connection, which now makes sense why we have this Ace of Wands in, you know, your underlying energy. You could be like really passionate with this person, but you don't trust them. You don't trust them because you feel like, you know, they're not really trying to take a risk with you, a risk towards you know, this love, that maybe they're just coming in for the passion. So you don't really trust this person, but you've done some background. You've been looking. They could be You could be talking to mutual friends. It could be a mutual friend that introduces you to this person. But I'm telling you, this person is a match for you. And I feel like it's going to trip up your fears here. It's going to say, you're going to be like, nah, they're just a player. I don't want to get started in anything. But you're going to have feelings for this person. Now, in the 4th week, I do see you having a new beginning in love. And it's going to be somebody that you are passionate about. Somebody that is your equal match. So I see a relationship coming into place in the 4th week. And it is a balanced relationship. It's going to bring a lot of balance to you. So, but you're going to be resisting it. I see you, particularly in the 3rd week, you're resisting that connection. It is a balanced relationship. So I guess we can only wait and see, right? Why is the sun in reverse? Show me Cancer's energy. Yeah, you're avoiding conflict. All right, so we have the 5 of Wands reversed. We have the Star card. And we have the 5 of Pentacles. You felt rejected here. There's unhappy energy. There's the energy of somebody who felt like somebody chose someone else over them, left them feeling abandoned and rejected. And you're healing from this. So I do feel like, you know, you could be avoiding conflicts with others. You could be avoiding you know, people in general, because you're trying to heal. Yeah, you're trying to heal. So let me see the Death card. Show me the energy coming towards Cancer. Show me the energy coming towards Cancer, because I already see that there's a lot of people in your energy. I don't know if you're getting out or you're going to some event, but there's a lot of people in your energy. We have the 2 of Wands reversed. We have the 3 of Wands. We have the 9 of Wands. A lot of wand energy. And the 7 of Wands reversed. So I definitely see somebody who you've had an ending with. They chose to go in another direction. This person has been waiting to work out problems with you. They definitely want to resolve the issues that are between the 2 of you. So I definitely see that person. I also see somebody who has gone through a very painful ending or some sort of an ending themselves. They have gained a lot of knowledge from this. This person is in a transformational energy. And I do feel like this is somebody that is tired. They're tired. They're waiting for their person. They're waiting for something to completely end as well. And I feel like they feel that they can't really make plans until something else is resolved. So this is somebody who may have gone through some sort of an ending and they're in a transformation right now. Let me see Spirit's advice. We have the Justice card, we have the Strength card, and we have the Chariot in the reverse. So what Spirit is saying here is it's time for you to heal. There's something that you need to heal from, something that was very unbalanced, something that you were stuck in that energy for quite some time. You are going to get justice in this situation, and you are to be courageous and strong. There's also an indication here for you not to take action too quickly in any one direction. Make sure that you are making balanced and just decisions, and to be courageous. Work on yourself and be courageous. All right, so let's look at your outcome. Show me the outcome at the end of October. Could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra. All right, so you have the 9 of Swords, you have the 10 of Cups reversed, and you have the Lovers reversed. All right, so I do feel that you are ending something that kept you in a state of anxiety. You lost sleep over the situation. You had so much anxiety about it. You were really just, it's almost like you were waiting for the other shoe to drop in this situation. I do feel like this is a situation that you feel is never going to grow. It's never going to get better. And I feel like you're ending it. And somebody is very unhappy about that. So you're creating this ending. Somebody's not going to be happy about it. And I feel like all the anxiety and all the pain that you were feeling, I feel like they're going to feel now. It's almost like you're reversing the script here on someone else. I also do see that there is somebody new that is coming in your energy here by the end of the month. Somebody who is your equal. And that might be also, because this is a choice. And you're choosing this new person, it looks like, and choosing not to go with this person here that caused you all this anxiety. So I feel like you're kind of shifting the table here on this person from the past, but that's not why you're doing that. It's just that somebody has come in and it looks like they're just kind of stealing your heart here. Bottom of the deck is the Hermit. You could be dealing with a Virgo, but you don't have to be. This is indicating that you're doing a lot of thinking. You're trying to figure things out. It also shows me that you're likely to ghost this person that you're ending things with as well. But you're really trying to figure things out because I feel like you are looking to have this Wheel of Fortune turn in your favor. And by the end of the month, it looks like it's going to. So I think that you're doing very well here, Cancer. Let's pull an oracle card for you. Pulling for Cancer. Let me take the bottom card. Okay, now I'm going to totally butcher the pronunciation here, so you guys will have to forgive me. It says Lady Della Morotos. I know I butchered that, but it's about acceptance and equality. Now, I'm going to read that to you, and when I read that to you, if I see her name again, which I probably will, I'm going to say the lady. So just bear with me. I'm not Spanish, and I don't know Spanish, so I'm sure I butchered it. Please forgive. All right. Says the iconic Lady of Death with a pale skull-like face, zombie eyes, and rich red funeral flowers in her hair has become one of the most recognizable symbols of Halloween and the Mexican Day of the Dead. The original model for this flamboyant Lady of Death can be traced back to the ancient Aztec goddess, I can't pronounce that either, Mictlantecuhtli. As time went on, the figure remained balanced between beauty and horror and morphed into the Lady of the Dead and eventually into the more modern graphic figure of Catrina. It is also reported that the identity of the original Catrina was based on women who were very rich and had everything they wanted in this life, yet death takes everyone equally. So it was a reminder that no matter how beautiful, rich, popular, or famous you were, in the end, death takes all. The Mexican culture has a long-standing history of laughing at death and seeing it as just another aspect of life. In some ways, death is the last taboo in many Western cultures. We tend to hide away our dying, and some of us may never even see the body of someone who has passed in our whole lives. But this was a much more common occurrence in the past. Acknowledging that death is a natural process that will enter everyone's life at some time, and that perhaps until then we can choose to be life-affirming takes away much of the fear. Take a light approach to a situation initially, and it may work out better. If you're holding on to something that does not serve you any longer, in particular material things, simplify and let go. Looks like that's what you're doing. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Cancer. If you've resonated with this reading, please hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you guys in your next reading, Cancer, know that you're loved and namaste.